Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having soda, and tonight I'll be discussing Obsessively Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter. This is book 2 in the series, but each book is an interconnected standalone, and I can confirm you don't have to read book 1 in order to read this one, but I would recommend it because it was very good. I did receive this as an ARC, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights and the content warnings. And my rating for this book is 5 stars. I had an absolute blast reading this book, and I can't wait to talk about it. But first, what's this book about? So this book is about 12-year-old Roman, who is the crown prince of the tropical Fae kingdom. The thing is, already at the age of 12, he is feeling the weight of the crown that sometimes he forgets he's a kid. That is until one day when he literally runs into Violet, a smart and funny girl who seems to be the only one to make him laugh and remind him that he is a kid. They become fast friends, but simmering beneath the surface is a hope for more. The thing is, at the age of 13, royal Fae such as Roman have the name of their fated mate whispered into their ear by the gods. And on Roman's 13th birthday, the name they whisper into his ear is Vivian, Violet's identical twin sister. Devastated, Roman thinks the gods have made some type of mistake and spends years trying to find a way to transfer the bond from one sister to another. So much so, it starts to drive him mad, and he starts to do some questionable things when it comes to Violet. For Violet, she's always felt like she was second best when it came to her sister, but she always had her friendship with Roman to get her through it. That is until the gods whisper the name of her sister in his ear. She tries to put on a brave face for the sake of her family, but her heart is broken. She still tries to maintain her friendship with Roman, but things eventually get to be too much for her that she knows she has to walk away to protect herself. Because she knows she can't maintain this friendship with the soul deep love she has for her childhood best friend. And in the end, the gods do not make mistakes. But little does she know, Roman is doing everything he can to make sure he ends up with the right sister, because gods be damned, he will have his Violet no matter what. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this 5 stars. I was so excited for this book, and I could not wait to get my hands on it. And once I did, I absolutely devoured it and finished it in a day. I loved book 1, which is Viciously Yours. You, again, don't have to read it, but I would recommend it because it was so well done. It was a novella, and I was definitely one of those readers who made the plea for the next one to be a full-length novel. And thankfully, Jamie heard our pleas and turned this into a full-length novel, and I absolutely adored it. My heart was breaking at times for what Roman and Violet were going through, being star-crossed lovers, which is not always my favorite trope, but Jamie did it so well. And then you have the extra layer of the other person being Vivian, which is Violet's twin sister, who is not a good person, at least in my opinion, and I'm sure many people's opinion once they read it. So you can't even reconcile it that the true mate is a good person for Roman. In fact, she was not. So I was really curious how this whole situation was going to work out, and I had a blast reading the journey. Now, with book 1, Viciously Yours, the male main character, Rennick, I absolutely adored him. I wasn't sure how he's going to be topped, but Roman is officially my favorite Fae king. I don't know how she's going to top him, but I can't wait to find out, because the things he did were both obsessive and unhinged, not necessarily in violent ways, but in other funny destroying of infrastructure kind of ways. I'm trying not to give away too much, but it was just had me shaking my head, laughing and giggling, that I had a blast, and I loved him. And I loved Violet. She definitely deserved all that obsessive attention on her. She needed that. After everything she had been through, she needed someone who truly kept picking her and was only caring about her, because no one else really seemed to. So I love that the two of them end up together. I'm also making another plea to Jamie that if you ever do a prequel on parents, this is the parents that you need to do it, because it's Hereditary, and I need to know how those parents got together in their story, because I need more unhinged behavior from this family. I had a blast reading this book. I am so excited for the next one. This book is currently available today, so definitely down it. Both books are in the KU system, so run, download it now. Trust me, you will not regret it. So I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.